Praise our God, each and everyone, whoever is watching us from your geographical location. Father, we thank you for this wonderful moment, for this opportunity you have given us to speak to your sons and daughters. May the Spirit of God come and lead us and guide us in whatever we're going to say. In Jesus' mighty name, amen and amen. Once again, I welcome you. This is our, I think, last episode concerning marriage attack. Today, we're going to look at some examples. There is a certain marriage of pastor we attacked. So, this marriage was a strong marriage because the man was a pastor and also the wife too. In Africa, in most churches, when the husband is a pastor, automatically the wife qualifies also to be a pastor. So they had a church. So that church was strong spiritually. They could pray. They had a strong prayer altar. By the way, our next video, we are going to teach you what is an altar, how to set an altar. Because if you don't know how to set an altar, then it will be very destructive. Because there's no way you're going to deal with devil agents without having a personal altar. So they could pray, they could call out prayer altars and everything. So at nearby, they had a nearby church. So that church was a false church, or that church belonged to us or to the devil. So when these ones are continued in prayers, in supplications and other things, the other false church was depopulated because it had many people. So when this church stood and had a organized strong altar, so the false nearby church was depopulated and all people went away. Almost a few people remained. Now the devil was not happy with that act of depopulating his church, so he ordered me to go and attack that church, or to attack the marriage. Why did the devil didn't decide to attack marriage, not a church direct? Because these two, they could join the effort, spiritual effort. They could pray together. Whatever they could do, they were doing together. So before that, the reason why the false church was had a lot of people, because these people, or this married couple, everyone was at his own or her own. Like in prayers, everyone could pray alone and everything. So the moment they came together and joined together, started praying together, sharing together, and whatever they could do together. So the other church was depopulated. So the devil said, we need to attack this marriage. When we attack this marriage, we separate them, it will be very easier for us to also have access to church. But so long as these people are still together, there is no way. So one day, I was sent. The woman had a boutique at church. She had a boutique at their nearby church. So I went there as a customer. Listen careful. So when I reached there, I asked a certain style of dress which she didn't have. So she told me, I don't have such dresses. Then I was pleading, please, can't you get it for me? She said, I don't know, but I will try. So I told her, let me give you money. So I left her with the money because she wanted like 200,000 Ugandan shillings. But in fact, I gave her more than what she asked. Said, now let me compensate the transport you are going to use and everything. I knew she will not get that dress. I knew very well she will not get it. So when I gave her that money, I went. So she told me, come on this day, you pick the clothes. The mistake she did, she got that money I gave her because it was not an ordinary money. The money had spells. She got that money, took in the house, and mixed with her money. And the money the husband left her with, because the husband left her with some millions of money. Then the husband had gone for ministry somewhere. So when she got this money and mixed with her money and with the money the husband left, so we stole the money. The money disappeared. We stole it. So after stealing it, the husband called her because they had kept that money to buy machines. So as soon as the devil had stolen the money, the husband communicated, hello, praise God, send me that money. I've found the machines we needed. You see how the devil is planning. The devil wants to cause untrust, unfaithfulness, and chaos in the marriage. But this woman, let me tell you, listen careful. This woman never told the man that money is lost. She told the husband, I'm going to send the money. But she knew money is nowhere. Almost it was a total of 7 million, the whole money which disappeared. So, after the husband calling, I also arrived for my dress. I found her very disorganized. I told her I've come for that dress. If you have failed to get that dress, please refund me the money. I knew what happened. So we wanted to add more pressure on her. Then I asked her the dress. She said, no, I don't have a dress. I've not yet brought a dress. I told her I've cancelled it. Just refund me. She told me, you'll come back and pick your money. Not now. I insisted. I said, I want the money now. She said, excuse me. You will come back either in the evening or tomorrow. I went. We wanted, you know, what the devil wanted? The devil wanted this woman to start worrying, this woman to get confused, this woman to run from here to there, go to other people, getting confused. That state when you don't know what to do, you're very confused, things are packed on your head. That's what we wanted to cause. Eventually, we wanted this lady to go away. And we wanted the husband to come back when he's fully loaded with anger. Because he had requested money to send the money for the machines. So we wanted that man to load a lot of anger. Comes, finds when also this one is disorganized. They quarrel, they fight. We wanted to create unfaithfulness, so that the husband may think the woman has misused the money. That was our plan, so that now they could not be in one accord, because their one accord had depopulated our church. You know what this woman did? She didn't quarrel, she didn't worry, she didn't put herself on pressure. She had a baby of, the baby was of 1 year, somehow 1 year. She went and talked to the maid. She told the maid, you are going to remain with this kid for 3 days. I'm going somewhere. I'm coming back. Do you know what she did? She went for prayers and fasting. She went for prayers and fasting. She knew this is a spiritual attack which she must address spiritually. Even though you cry, even though you worry, even though you do what, nothing is going to change. So her decision didn't please us because we wanted her to be in the state of worrying, quarreling, confused, that state. And also we load more anger with the man. By the time he comes back, fights. That's what we wanted. She went in prayers and fasting. Instead of crying, instead of cursing God, instead of talking a lot, she went in prayers and fasting. My dear, in that state, when you are confused, you don't know what to do, you don't know what next, things have mixed up, go before the Lord. Because quarreling will not solve any problem, worrying will not solve any problem, it will just add more injuries. So she went in prayers, and we got annoyed because she did not do what we wanted. So after prayers, she came back. I never went back there because I knew mission has failed. I never went back even to ask for the money I gave her. Then the husband came after her coming back. Also the husband came with machines. The husband came with machines. Now this woman didn't say anything. Then the husband said, you sent too much money. I had requested for certain amount, but you sent the money which is times 2. The woman said, times 2, what do you mean? I had told you to send me a 3.5 million Ugandan shillings. But I received on my line 70 million. Why did you send all that money? And where did you get it? The woman knew. God had used, I don't know, an angel or someone else and sent money on pastor's number. Pastor knew that she is the one who was sent. But in actual sense, pastor never knew who sent. Even the woman never knew who sent the money. But when she went into prayers and fasting, God answered her prayer. And God used anybody. You know, the devil can use a foreign angel. Even God can use angels. You can meet someone once and someone does mighty things in your life and you never meet that person again. If the angels of darkness move on earth, stay with us, it is very possible and more than possible for the angels of heaven to stay and move with us. So the mission failed. There was no quarrel. Everything failed. We didn't succeed. You pastors' wives, please be careful. What is going on in the church, you are much responsible, especially when it comes to the ladies. You, the pastor's wife, if you are not prayerful, if you don't pray, even the church, the girls will be like that. If you put on minis, the girls will put minis. If you have long nails, they'll also go and put, because they copy you. Whatever you do, these ladies in the church, they copy you. And they are going to do according to what you are doing. You know, you're after what? Calling you mom, mommy. When you sit in the chairs and it rotates like this, you think you have finished the world. But let me tell you, They are agents who are trained to attack the marriages of pastors. If you are not prayerful, let me tell you, those girls you see in the church, they are going to take the man when you are singing like this. When you are singing like this, I thought in one of the episodes, the girl I found at the church veranda seated, she was initiated and taken to Rwanda. She's doing missions there. But her work is to come and sleep with the pastor. She comes at the church. At first, she's obedient. Then after she joins the ministry. After joining the ministry, she starts now the man. She's going to blind the man. Your husband is going to be blinded, spiritual blind. Every time this man is going to be thinking of this girl. If you speak anything against this girl as a church, pastor will be against you also. Pastor will be always defending the girl. But why? These girls come and blind the ministers. But their target is to sleep with these bastards. And after she had slept with your husband, she goes out. You never see that girl again. She goes out. She leaves you in battle. So they keep on using your husband in the spiritual realm. Because here they wanted a physical point of contact. They sleep with her, they have sex. So after that, the mission is complete. They go. They continue with their mission spiritually. They continue sleeping with your man. That's why the man will lose appetite for you, will not have time for you and everything. The man who used to have time for you, the man whom you used to walk with or to move with, when the man is going somewhere for a mission, you go. You sit in front the car. But nowadays, people who are sitting in your husband's car in front, these are girls of church. Be careful. He no longer takes you. When he's called somewhere, secretary, come and escort him. There is a girl he always like to move with. Be careful if you start seeing such. The seat where a pastor's wife must sit, someone else is there seated. Be so careful. These girls, they don't joke. They are trained to destroy marriages completely. Very trained. When they come into your church and you are not strong spiritually, you pastor's wife, let me tell you, they are going to leave when your husband has divorced you already. That's when the husband will get another woman. Ask, this man wasn't like this. What happened? So you, the wife, you have to be the spiritual eye of your husband. You have to be so careful. These girls who comes around and they laugh around with your husband, please be careful. Be so careful. So that's why things are failed. You pastors' wives, you are after honor. Church to give you honor. But when it comes to spiritual things, you cannot help. That's why these girls have access easily. They penetrate your marriage. There are very many marriages which have come to an end, but due to spiritual resonance. You know what we call spiritual resonance? When you are raised spiritually, the devil will have you and mistreat you accordingly. Many pastors have divorced. Many are still living together, but in actual sense, they divorced a long time ago. They separated the bed and everything. But in public, they have to pretend. That's the marriage we have. It's the marriage of pretense. People are pretending that they are married, but in actual sense, these people are not married. So let us be careful. Let us stand. Let us be watchful. The enemy is moving. These new girls coming in the church, if you start seeing that closeness is beyond the limit, please be careful. And these girls, they come with a lot of support. These agents, when they have come into the church to attack your marriage, they come with a lot of support. Whatever pastor asks, she gives. She begins like that, contributing. We want a microphone. We want a battery for microphone. Instead of buying a battery for microphone, she buys a new microphone. So that's why the pastors now starts to pick interest. Where's so and so? Because she is so active in supporting. I told you the devil side, the dark side, or the devil is full of actions more than words. And for us now, we are full of words and less actions. So that's how we attacked that marriage, because that togetherness, the way they were together, doing everything together spiritually, could not leave the devil's false church together. So the church came into a standstill, and the devil was worried. So they had to go and separate them, make sure in all ways, one way or the other, you look for all ways how these people can be separated. And that's the way we looked, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out. So let us be careful, especially you pastors' wives, and also you pastors and some ministers. Be careful. Have the spiritual eyes. Now, if you are using this carnal mind, let me tell you, there's nothing you are going to do. You need a spiritual antenna. So we were defeated. That mission, we didn't succeed. But now the problem we have with pastors' wives, every time they are busy painting their lips, every time they are busy painting the nails, there's nothing and nothing they can do. There's nothing they can add on the church. She cannot even preach a sermon of 30 minutes. So the girls are dressing like that because that's how you dress. Ladies in the church are speaking like that because that's how pastor's wife speak. They are behaving like that because that's how you behave. Gossiping is like gossiping because you are the chairman. You understand? So we have to be careful. Pastors' wives, please wake up. Otherwise, you are the cause. And the devil knows it is very easier through marriage to bring them the ministry to a standstill. We have had many people, powerful pastors, powerful. But when you start to search on the side of marriage, they have a poor record. They are divorced, either they have remarried. So that's all that attack I wanted to share with you. And you know that the devil does not only attack church but also marriage. It's the first institute or institution, and it was the first institution to be attacked by the devil. He fears so much, pastor, when you are together in one accord with the wife, you will do mighty things. So he makes sure he disorganizes. That's why nowadays he disconnects people. He gives you wrong connection. Find a man is very humble, good, but the woman is a problem. The woman doesn't want any visitors. She doesn't want to share anything. You understand? You find when a woman is okay, but a man is another problem. So sometimes these are the tricks of the enemy, so that you may find someone opposite of what you think, opposite of what you are hoping, opposite of what you are capable of. So we need to be careful and stand. So let me take a short break. When I come back, we're going to talk about how to set up an altar, because this is so wonderful. This, you need to hear this before I continue with other topics, because there are very, very many things to talk about. Let us first set up the altar. This altar is going to help you. These agents are moving altar, so you must also be a moving altar. When you talk about the altar, it doesn't mean that these altars where you go and cook your food. A spiritual altar. So within a few minutes, let me take a break, and I come back with that video shortly, within 1 minute. I love you so much. See you in our next video. Shalom.